My Athenian brothers, today I wish to shed light on the topic of the Athenian Electorate, more specifically on why you, the Athenian Assembly, should move forward with limiting the electoral voting rights to the solid and native-born citizens of Athens. For those of you who may not know, my name is Callias. I served as a general in the recent war against Sparta. For purposes of insight, I wish to provide you with a proper breakdown of the category which primarily composed the Athenian regime, that of foreign-born metics and slaves. Now, while we think that it is safe to assume that these foreign-born metics and slaves intended on helping and supporting our cause in the war, this is simply not the case. I witnessed firsthand the disloyalty of these people through their cowardice actions of fleeing the battlegrounds, leaving hundreds, possibly thousands of loyal Athenians defenseless and without protection. This ultimately led to our downfall against our greatest foe, Sparta. Now, while many of us were left wondering the motives behind these actions, I bestow upon you the answer. They had nothing to lose. Foreign-born metics and slaves were always, at all times, free to walk in and out of Athens as they so pleased. Now, for the solid citizens of Athens, this is not the case. In fact, they are the people that help grow, that help support and develop our Athens. The Athens which provides us with a ground which is well cultivated always, where the land smiles kindly upon every Athenian citizen. Now we must remember that these are the people that help support our cause. These are the people that have everything on the line. They can lose their land, their slaves, their property, everything, just as I did, because of the actions that these foreign-born metics and slaves took. Now we must remember that if we want prosperous, growing times in our polis, we must limit the Athenian electoral voting right to the solid-born citizens of Athens. Now, if I may, I would like to reflect on the great rule of the wise Solon, who took the first tentative steps in establishing a proper democracy, which resulted in great, successful, and beneficial results, which helped the greatest part of the community. Now, as you may recall, one of these reforms included creating distinct categories for Athenian citizens. These were the backbone of the proposition which I am posing to you now. If we want to return to successful and glorious times, such as those in the wise Solon's rule, we must proceed with limiting the Athenian electoral vote to those of solid and native-born citizens of Athens. Now, as I wrap up my speech, and as I may assume that you may not take anything, not a single point away from my speech, I wish to pose unto you, the Athenian Assembly, with one question. The same question which Socrates poses to his friend Adeimantus in Plato's 6th book of the Republic. Let us assume that we were sailing on a ship across the Mediterranean. Who would we want conducting that ship? Just any ordinary citizen, or someone well educated in the art of seafaring? This question requires no difficult reasoning. It's logical, simple, and straightforward. Of course we would want people educated in the art of seafaring to lead us through the Mediterranean. Now, if we can think so logically about that, it follows that we should have people voting, people well educated in the art of voting, to judge who is fit to be the ruler of a great polis such as Athens. Now, if we follow through with this proposition, I assure you that we will not fail as a polis, not now and not ever. Once again, my name is Callias, and I propose to you the Athenian Assembly to vote on limiting the electoral voting rights to the solid and native-born citizens of Athens. Thank you.